When you've been the head coach at a place for so long, you have all these people in common. That's something that's created over time. We have a family. You know, we bring our players into our family. So we have that connection with all of our players, all of our former players. They're still part of it.
Back in the building, I'm back in the dome. Let's go.
And that's very important to me. My 3 assistants played here. They understand what we do here and how we do it.
So now when I go, all right, I'm going. 1, okay, 2.
The longer I am here, the more you see that everybody who comes here and stays here for a while actually ends up coming back.
The one thing an assistant coach has to do, he's going to be much closer day to day with his little group and really does a lot of coaching with his group, even during the games. Gerry, he has that same competitive streak that I have. He also was a guard at the highest level. So he has the information to give to the players to help them get to the same place.
I think the biggest thing is making sure there's always a bridged gap between Coach Boeheim and the players.
GMAC, Gerry, he's somebody that I've looked up to since I've been playing basketball, ever since I was a little kid. As he won a national championship, something that we all want to do here, and he's the kind of player that I kind of play like. So his play style and his coaching style is something that fit me really well. You want to play for someone who's passionate about what they're doing, because you know that that's going to make you better.
From my side of things, of how I do it, I think the biggest thing is knowing that every guy I work with, they know that I believe in them. I'm going to be here every day to work with you and try to get you better. So if he pump fakes this, he shouldn't be able to turn here.
Okay.
See how he can step through it?
Yep.
Where if you bury him, he's got one outlet,
Yep.
and it's the corner, which if you bury him, Cy's gonna cut it.
Yep.
Because your responsibility is shot first.
Where do you want Buddy on that?
It's Buddy's responsibility if it comes from Symir's right hand, not from his left. Because to me, this is too low for us to cover, because
Yep.
if I'm 2 feet too low,
Yep.
and this is shooter over here, what's he gonna do? Catch.
Bang, bang.
Yep, exactly.
But that's Benny over there, right? If there was a shooter right there, that's
He'd
Benny.
have to come up the line.
The summer was amazing. Got to work out with my teammates all summer. Got to work with GMAC. He knows how to coach each individual player. That's something that I've noticed right from the start.
GMAC, he's like my big brother, really. Having someone like him who was a hero for me growing up, telling me he's proud of me means more than anything I can even say. So it's truly been a dream come true playing for these 4 coaches. They mean everything to me.
This place means a lot to all of us. We all played here, and for me as an assistant coach, it's just about getting the best out of every single player that I have the opportunity to impact, and I take that job pretty seriously.
I woke up, I made a meal, ran into mall.
Amongst each other, we're competitors too.
Hands, good, sit down, Jim. Good, sit down, Jim.
We have a job to do in terms of recruiting, and sometimes you want to bring your guy in. Adrian want to bring his guy, and Gerry want to bring, and now we got 3 guys at one position. Like, how do we make sure we get the right guy?
Coach recruited me. He's a friend. He's a jokester sometimes. You can go talking out for ages before practice. But when it comes down to it, he's always there for me. So he's really one of the most important guys for me out here.
Good, nice, good, finish, perfect. That's it, that's the angle.
Alan Griffin obviously played for me like the other coaches, went through a lot of adversity here as a player because he lost his job, got it back, sat down, and he worked through all that. And as a coach, he brings a good energy to the game, and he's really good with the players.
When I first got here freshman year, I was going to redshirt. Griff was like a big piece of like how I got through the season when I was not playing. He told me his stories, how he came in playing, then somebody took his minutes. So he's like, I had to get it back. He really knows how everything goes.
10 years from now, one of these guys will call me back and say, hey, Coach, remember when we had this conversation? I really appreciate that. That's what I love about it.
Set him up, Chaz. Set him up. Help, B. Good.
Adrian has a little bit more experience, has a little different approach. He has a fire inside that really enables him to push his group of players, and he accepts nothing but their best effort.
Coach Red really recruited me hard, recruited me the right way, I think. He's been really good on me to shoot with my fingertips, but you gotta respect him. Anything he says, like, you gotta listen to it, because he knows what he's talking about for sure, and it shows.
Red's great. I mean, he's great on the court, great with basketball, workouts, you know, all that stuff. He's really helped me over the last year. His son's my best friend, so, you know, I've been really close with him and his family in that respect.
You know, we always talk about getting better. Joe, Jesse, Barama, Frankie Anselem, all of those guys have improved. Whether if they played a lot or if they didn't play the way they wanted to play, I think they've all kind of addressed those issues.
I had a relationship with Coach Red for a while. He's always told me, like, you know, Frank, you got to come up here. You got to see what it's like. You know, it's just different being around here.
We got to do a better job of going to the offensive glass.
But, you know, I never got the chance. Decision time, the pandemic hit, so I never actually got to take a visit. But just knowing how big it was, you know, that even made me commit without even taking an official visit to the school. That was really a big part, you know, just being part of a family.
Be careful inviting Syracuse to your party. They're going to stick around a while.
Starts with Coach Boeheim. He's been here for 50 years. People say a lot of stuff about families. He puts it into action by his hires, by the people that he surrounds himself with, the people that he gives opportunities for. He gave me an opportunity of a lifetime. You know, it takes 20 years to get to a position at a level like this, and when the spot opened up, he didn't bat an eye. And I think that's what's different. People say it, but not a lot of people do it. His door's always open, but he gives you your space and lets you do your job. It's no different than when I played for him.
I'm very fortunate to have three guys who played here, really good players who understand what we're doing, how we're going to do it, and who are motivated to be the best because they came through here and they learned this is what it is, this is what you have to do to be the best. That's tremendous to have that on your staff. There's no staff like that in the country.
Jim Boeheim in the Carrier Dome, like, that's Syracuse basketball.
You know, I've said before, playing in a big game at the Carrier Dome, it's not a game, it's like an event, it's like a Super Bowl. You know, when you gotta play against us and you have one of those environments, it's not easy. There's nothing like it.